You look beautiful.
Thank you. You look beautifuler. I mean, not fuller. You don't look fuller, but more beautiful.
Thank you.
It is not hard to imagine why Frozen 3 took its place as the highest-grossing animated movie ever. And like all successful movies, it is safe to say that a third movie is already being considered. Lots of fans are already clamoring for every bit of information regarding a possible sequel. Although Disney has not officially made any announcements, we know their strategy, and you'd be happy to know that we already have something for you. From a possible release date to plot theories, stay tuned to get every juicy detail.
Why doesn't that make me feel better?
What else do you miss?
My father. He passed long before all this.
Release date.
Okay.
What were you doing? You could have been killed. You can't just follow me into fire.
One predictable thing about the movie industry, there will always be a sequel to a successful movie. Frozen was released in 2013, and despite its huge success, fans had to wait till 2019 for the second movie. In hindsight, creating a masterpiece takes a long time, and nobody can deny that waiting that long only adds to the appeal. With how well Frozen 2 performed at the box office, it is no longer a matter of if a third movie will follow, but rather a question of when it will. Co-directors Chris Buck, Jennifer Lee, and other notable cast members have gone on to say that there is nothing officially in the works. But this is a good sign. When the producers keep saying never say never, you can be sure that they are just teasing the audience. Anyways, considering there was a 6-year gap between the first and second movie, we advise you not to hold your breath. It would most likely be a long wait because the earliest we could see Frozen 3 would be in 2025. Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee are currently tied up in the new meta Disney movie, Wish, and this movie doesn't even have an official release date yet. So the directing duo would have to wrap that up before considering Frozen 3. So, like we said, it would definitely be a long wait.
But I believe whoever is calling me is good.
How can you say that? Look at our kingdom.
I know. It's just that my magic can feel it.
The cast.
Did we hurt your feelings? I'm so sorry if we did. You know, very few people are actually good at family games. That's just a fact.
While we cannot say when Frozen 3 will arrive, we can say for sure that the voice cast of Frozen are looking forward to working on the third movie. In the first and second movies, Kristen Bell voices Anna, Idina Menzel voices Elsa, and Jonathan Groff voices Kristoff, just to mention a few. These actors are perfect fits for the roles they play, so we cannot imagine there would be a reason for the filmmakers to recast them. In an interview on The Kelly Clarkson Show, Kristen Bell admitted that she would love nothing more than to voice Anna again if the third movie happens. Thankfully, Kristen is not the only cast member gushing about the possibility of a third movie. Idina also expressed how she is not ready to say goodbye to the franchise. Now let's take a look at all the crazy plot theories. Speculating and dreaming up possible plots is one of the bright sides of waiting for a sequel. There are a lot of ways the third movie could go, but the most likely is that it would pick up right where it left off.
Hey, Gail, we're going for a ride. Want to come?
You ready?
Elsa.
Yelena asked, why would the spirits reward Arendelle with a magical queen?
Remember that Frozen 2 ends with Elsa choosing to remain in the north while Anna now rules Arendelle. The fact that Anna is in the north makes room for many possibilities. For one, we can expect that in the third movie, she will discover the source of her power. Another possibility is that Elsa would finally get a love interest. You could say that Elsa has always had something of a one-track mind and can only take on one thing at a time. So finding love while trying to become a better version of herself is not something that was going to happen. As fans of the movie, we totally understand this. But now everything is different. She is no longer the Queen of Arendelle, so we expect that she has a lot of time on her hands. In Frozen 2, a lot of fans picked up on the chemistry between Elsa and Honeymaren. A relationship between the two might not have been the filmmaker's focus at the time, so we hope to see it play out in the sequel.
Sven, don't you look nice? Oh my goodness. Olaf!
Charmed, I'm sure.
Anna.
You do the best voices, like when you pretend to be Kristoff and you're like...
For Anna, she could possibly get wrapped up in Elsa's adventure or have to deal with a situation of her own. She might even get a villain, but we will get back to this in a moment. Frozen 2 ends with Anna engaged to Kristoff and crowned as the Queen of Arendelle. During the ceremony, Kristoff is all dressed up, but it is not clear if they have actually gotten married, so it is possible that Frozen 3 would start off with preparations for a royal wedding.
Princess Anna of Arendelle.
Princess? My lady.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The return of Hans.
That's why everyone was forced out. To protect them from what has to be done.
Speaking of villains, Hans definitely comes to mind. We couldn't help but notice that although he did not make an appearance, Hans was mentioned a couple of times in Frozen 2. Because of this, we think there is a chance that Hans will return for the third movie. Remember that Hans came from a wealthy family and was still determined to rule Arendelle. In a sinister way, he gets close to Anna and then tries to get rid of Elsa. Now that Anna is queen, he might want to try again, especially because Elsa would not be around to stop him. It would definitely not be far-fetched for Hans to return and kidnap Anna before her big day or something. But if he doesn't, the filmmakers would definitely definitely find some other way to bring by drama and conflict. There are so many ways it could go. The second movie ends with the reopening of the magic forest, who's to say that history will not repeat itself. There are probably a few people like Elsa's grandfather who fear magic or maybe want to take its power for themselves. Then again, this sounds like something that Hans is capable of.
When I was little, my mother would sing a song about a special river called Atahallen that was said to hold all the answers about the past.
Family history.
Have you and Elsa and Kristoff and Sven, and the gates are open wide, and I'm not alone anymore.
An unexpected yet very cool direction the filmmakers could go is by giving us a prequel. After Frozen 2, fans would be delighted to see Elsa and Anna figuring out more about their parents. In Frozen 2, a Northuldren had mentioned that Anna's mother was from one of the oldest families in their culture. Though we didn't meet them in the second movie, it is a possibility that Elsa and Anna would come together to seek out these distant relatives. Remember the parchment that they found in the shipwreck? We hope they get to decode its message and that it might give us a little peek into their parents' lives. The second movie explained that the Northuldrens were trapped in the forest for over 30 years. They were completely cut off by the rest of the world. They didn't even have access to the sky. We can only imagine how hard it must have been to adjust to this harsh life, especially because they no longer had the magic of the spirits with them. At the very least, we deserve a Northuldren spin-off. Another possibility for a prequel is a time even earlier than the conflict between Elsa's grandfather and the Northuldren people. The Northuldrens are an ancient tribe. As such, it is possible that Elsa was not the first person to have such magical powers. A movie about these ancient people would not just be so cool, but it would definitely answer a lot of questions that this franchise has left unanswered. For instance, what is the deal with the magical forest? Was there ever a time when magic existed outside the forest? In the first movie, we met the stone trolls. We saw how their leader, Proby, was able to heal Elsa with magic. He can also see the future, making us wonder how such magic exists outside the forest. There are so many other questions, and we know that a prequel or at least a spin-off is a good way to answer all of them.
Kristoff!
I'm here. What do you need?
To get to the dam.
You got it.
The next generation. If Frozen 3 does not go back in time, we will definitely see a new generation of the royal family. After the wedding, it would be really nice to see Anna and Kristoff's kids. Fingers crossed we would get a mini Elsa with a whole new power. Although Anna does not have powers of her own, it is possible that at least one of her kids would. Think about it for a minute. Anna is just as half Northuldren as Elsa. And just like the movie explained, Elsa got her powers as a gift because her mother had helped her father save the forest. So the fact that Anna destroyed the dam, which saved the forest and freed the people, makes it a possibility that her children would also be blessed with magic. If this happens, we can trust that Anna will learn from her parents' mistakes and not conceal her kids' magic. Imagine Elsa teaching her little niece how to use her magic, or the little ones playing around the castle with Olaf and Sven. It would be a sight for sore eyes.
Well, you chose a nice cold greeting.
They've been trapped in here this whole time?
Yeah. What do we do now?
Which of these theories would you love to see the most? Let us know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel as well and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos.
Elsa! You can't run from this!
Just take care of my sister.